Sure. Well, the DVD that we're working on at the moment is a direct response to the amount of, inner city violence in Brisbane that we've noticed, not just in Brisbane, but across the state, primarily focused in cities. We've been alarmed as an organisation at the amount of alcohol-fuelled, stranger-related assaults that then turn to homicides. We've been alarmed that people don't recognise that one punch can kill, and that even the smallest level of violence can have quite devastating outcomes. So the DVD is really focused on looking at one person's story, one family's story through the death of their son. It's concerning the Paul Markham case. Paul Markham was a young man who was assaulted in Brisbane City. He was asleep, he was assaulted for a pair of shoes, $200 shoes, and his life was taken in one moment. So it's an incredible story, looking at just how one event or one evening can change not just that family's life, but the family of the offender as well, and what's happened there, right through to looking at the detectives and looking at the outcome that we had in that particular case and what happened with the offenders, and really just trying to educate the community that one punch can kill, and that we're only a heartbeat away from being on either side of the victim-offender seesaw, really.
And this is only going to cost $70,000, and you gave the example of corrective services. Tell me about that.
Sure. Well, it's going to cost, we've budgeted at $70,000. We're ready to go. We've got the family on board. We've got support from the Queensland Police. We've got it all ready to go. But we are having trouble getting funding for this project. And I'll use the example about what gets put into offender rehabilitation as one example. Currently, $6 million a year is put into rehabilitation for offenders. That's not counting dental, medical, counselling, university. We're just looking at getting them back into the workforce and integrate back into the community. $6 million a year is spent on that. And I have to ask if that amount of funding was put into education to prevent violence in the first place, that would probably solve the issues around policing and the funding for policing, the funding for justice and the court time, corrective services. It would surely bring their budget down. It would save lives. So the question has to be asked, at what point, I guess, is the government kind of going to walk the walk instead of talking the talk when it comes to lethal violence?
Yeah. And Jonty, can you just tell us how you got involved in this group and your own story in terms of your sister?
Yep. In 2000, my sister was murdered here on the Sunshine Coast by her partner of 3 months. 4 months later, as a result of a custody dispute, my father was assaulted and killed also. So obviously I was 21 at the time. My life really went upside down, and I guess I felt that having been exposed to this side of life, I really felt obligated to pursue it and to try to get education generally out there about how easily we can become a victim of crime.